Hello everyone and welcome back to Retire to Rome. I'm LJ.
I'm Russell.
And we are in where today?
Lodz, Poland, but they call it Łódź.
Yeah.
Łódź, Poland. I don't know how they get that, but anyway, it's L-O-D-Z, and they say it's pronounced Łódź.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm cutting your head off.
Right.
We are on not the longest street in the city, but the most popular street, I guess, and I'm going to put the name of it up here on the bottom of the screen because I can't pronounce it either. But it's pretty famous. It's got the Walk of Fame. It's got some interesting statues. So let's take a walk and see what we can see today on this famous street here in
Lodz.
No.
Łódź, Poland.
Łódź. Russell says it's like saying wood. Łódź, Poland. Here at the beginning of the street, they have the statue here, and we'll put what the name of it is up here at the bottom, and then all kinds of fountains around the square here. It's a big gathering area from what we understand, so let's take a walk and see what we see. First stop is going to be an apartment building. Oh, that's not it. On down, that is covered in mirrored mosaic. It's called the Rose Palace. So let's go in and see. We're going to put a QR code up here on the screen right now so you can actually scan the QR code and take a virtual 3D walking tour if you would like. And also it gives you the history of how this place came to be what it is today, which is a pretty significant, I guess, tourist stop here in Łódź. There is a rose garden here just at the end of the buildings. Looks like they've got just a variety of English roses. Kind of a little mural there on the side of the building. There's a lot of famous, I guess, bronze statues or some kind of metal, brass maybe, I'm not sure. Anyways, along the street here, this is one of them. 3 gentlemen here, Russell's friends. Looks like they're discussing something. Somebody's contributed a little money to the cause here in the coffee or teapot. Looks like they're signing some kind of paperwork here. Maybe the oh, somebody's put him a cigarette in there. Interesting. And then right over here to the side of it is a smaller one. It's actually a little girl sitting on a water fountain with a fish. See the little girl and the fish. And it's a drinking fountain for anyone to use if they like. kind of a food court, street food area here with some couple of giant pink flamingos, which is just what you need. Yeah, Russell will be he's our measurer. So he's 6'4", and yeah, they're quite a bit larger. Yeah, okay, interesting. Made out of rope, Russell said, the bodies of them. This is another water fountain, drinking fountain. It has more children and fish. So I don't know if that's really the theme, but I guess push. Yeah. And behind it is a large mural. Like bars and restaurants down a lot of these side streets. Russ has found another friend. Who's this friend, Russell?
I don't know, but he looks pretty comfortable bench here, so I'm gonna
Okay. Russell said he doesn't know who he is, but he likes his hat. He got a comfortable bench here.
Got a rider or something, I'm sure.
Kowalty? I don't know. Polsky? This is a Zabka, and Zabka is basically the 7-Eleven of Poland, and it's a convenience store, and they have a little of everything, drinks and such. They have bakery, ice cream, just like I said, basically a 7-Eleven for your basic necessities. Waters. Yeah, there's something right there. Coffee, candies, you know, things to survive. Toilet paper, probably. Okay, we got some Pringles. We got to represent Pringles here for my brothers. Got flame grilled steak, paprika. Milka is huge here. So, yeah. Just a basic convenience store. Candies, liquor. Literally on this street that we've walked this morning, there's probably
No less than 12.
Yeah, at least 12 of these stores. Some have 2 on one block, which I understand. If you're living in one of these urban areas, you're not obviously picking up a Walmart load of 36 packs of water and throwing them on your back to carry on a tram. So people over here shop regularly, probably daily or every other day, unless they have a car, because otherwise, yeah, if you don't have a car, you're limited to either walking and carrying your items or a bus or a tram. So it is something to keep in mind for sure. This is the building we got earlier that had the dragons on it, but this is from across the other side of the street. See it a little bit better. Quite ornate. So this is the beginning of the, not Hollywood Walk of Fame, but the city's Walk of Fame. And apparently these are names of people, important people in the arts and performance, and I guess maybe the city itself. So yeah, goes quite a ways down the street here. Just discussing the architecture of some of these buildings and how ornate they are. Of course, that's really not anything unusual for Europe. A lot of these old cities have that similar type architecture, but we've said this many times, we just can't imagine the cost that it would incur today to build buildings like this. And that turret at the top with those, I guess that's called fish scale tiles at the top. It's quite lovely. And then you come on down, and you've got these two figures that appear that they're holding the building actually up. From what I gather, this is actually called the Unicorn Station behind us, which has the clear top on it, but I guess this is why it is. The statue here.
So anyway, we come downtown and we walk down this famous street here in Lodz, or how it's pronounced here by the locals, Łódź. And I'm sure I'm even butchering that, but what did you think about the walk?
Yeah, the weather here has been great so far. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, but it was nice. As far as the street, the architecture is beautiful. There's some really magnificent buildings and
A lot of cafes, restaurants, just anywhere you can sit out here and just enjoy the weather and watch. If you love to people watch, this is a great place to come to.
yeah, I'm sure at night it looked like there were a lot of bars and restaurants. I'm sure it's busy at night. Unfortunately for you all, we aren't much. We're not much up. Yeah, we're not much on nighttime getting out in areas. So, but it's very beautiful. It's not the longest street in the city, but it's definitely, I guess, considered more famous and popular with the tourists.
And leave a comment. Hey, where's your famous, or what's your most famous place in Poland or Europe that you like to travel to? Leave it in the comment.
Yeah, and we really appreciate all the comments we've gotten so far. Thank you all for watching, and have a blessed day.